furious defense. Trump's piggy insult, called honest and direct.
Wow, Anna, that's quite a headline to start with. Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Daily News English podcast. I'm Peter.
And I'm Anna. We are so happy you've joined us today. Our goal, as always, is to help you learn and improve your English in a fun and easy way.
That's right. We do this by talking about interesting and sometimes surprising news stories from around the world. We'll explain new words and make sure you understand everything clearly.
So get ready to boost your English with us. Let's dive right into today's big story.
So, Anna, this headline is all about a person named Caroline Leavitt. She was press secretary for President Trump.
That's right, Peter. And she recently made statements to reporters at the White House regarding a comment by President Trump.
The story says she brazenly defended a comment President Trump made. This indicates a very bold and open expression of support.
Yes, she was defending him after he reportedly called a female reporter piggy.
The term piggy, as reported, is widely considered an informal and potentially critical remark.
Exactly. But Caroline Leavitt stated that President Trump's comment was an example of him being honest and direct.
So, her argument is that this form of directness in communication is a positive attribute, linking it to truthfulness.
That seems to be her point. She even told the journalists that they should appreciate his direct approach.
The idea of appreciating such a direct term like piggy presents a particular perspective on leader-media interactions.
She also said that his frankness, meaning his very open and direct way of speaking, is why he got reelected.
So, she suggests that people favor his unreserved expression of opinions, even if they are strong.
Yes, she believes it's better than what she called the Biden administration's press dealings.
So she's comparing President Trump's interactions with reporters versus how President Biden's administration handles the press.
Uh-huh. She views President Trump's direct method as superior due to its perceived honesty.
And she even suggested that the press should feel grateful for what she called unprecedented access.
Unprecedented access means they get to be very close to the president, perhaps closer than reporters have ever been before. It's described as a very special opportunity.
But she implied that experiencing what she termed being verbally body slammed by the president is part of that special access.
Verbally body slammed. That's a very strong phrase. It means being strongly criticized or insulted with words.
Her statement suggests that direct, strong criticism from the president is presented as a component of special access. This offers a unique interpretation.
It certainly presents a distinct viewpoint on media interaction. The story gives us a specific example of when this piggy comment reportedly happened.
Oh, yes. It says, a reporter from Bloomberg News, Catherine Lucy, asked President Trump a question on a plane.
She asked about some old files related to a person named Jeffrey Epstein, and if there was nothing incriminating in them.
Incriminating means showing that someone is guilty of a crime or a bad act. So, no information suggesting wrongdoing.
Right. And President Trump's reported response was to point his finger at her and say, "Quiet, quiet, piggy."
So the report indicates he interrupted her, pointed directly, and used that term. This occurred on camera.
And Caroline Leavitt is quoted as saying that this kind of behavior is actually respectful and shows peak transparency.
Peak transparency means being as clear and open as possible, so everyone knows what's happening.
The incident, as described, invites discussion on what constitutes transparency or respectful communication.
The story concludes by noting the reporter's likely reaction to the exchange.
I understand. It offers an interesting perspective on how leaders communicate and varying definitions of honest or respectful.
It certainly does. There's a lot to consider here. Now is a great time to pause the Daily News English podcast and check out the vocabulary for this story.
All right, Peter, let's look at some important words from that story. First up, we heard the word defended.
To defend something or someone means to speak or act in support of them. Like when Caroline Leavitt defended President Trump's words. She was on his side.
Yes, she stood up for him. Our next phrase is direct approach. Direct approach.
A direct approach is when you say or do something in a very clear and straightforward way, without trying to hide your meaning or be too polite.
You get straight to the point, right? What about elaborated?
To elaborate means to add more details or information to something you've already said. She elaborated on her reasons for defending President Trump.
She gave more explanations to make her point clearer. Next, frankness.
Frankness is when someone is very open and honest, sometimes even if what they say might be a little impolite or surprising.
It's similar to being direct, but often with a stronger, less softened tone. You just say what you think.
Exactly. How about unprecedented access?
Unprecedented access means having a very special opportunity to be somewhere or meet someone important, a chance that has never happened before. It's truly unique.
So, a really special and new opportunity to get close. And the chief executive?
The chief executive is another way to say the president of a country. They are the main leader, in charge of everything.
Good to know. What about incriminating?
If something is incriminating, it means it shows that someone might be guilty of a crime or a bad act. It makes them look bad or suspicious.
Like evidence that points to guilt. And finally, transparency.
Transparency is when things are very open and clear, and nothing is hidden. Like a clear glass window, you can see right through it.
So, people can clearly see what's happening and why decisions are being made. Great vocabulary, Anna.
Okay, listeners, it's your turn to think about this story. We have a question for you. Is it important for leaders to be honest and direct, even if their words are sometimes rude or impolite?
Or do you think leaders should always try to be polite and respectful, even if it means not always saying exactly what they think?
Think about it and how you feel about leaders' communication. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
So, to quickly summarize today's big story, we discussed Caroline Leavitt's defense of President Trump's comment. She argued that President Trump's reported comment was a sign of his honest and direct approach and frankness.
She proposed that reporters should appreciate this kind of communication and unprecedented access, offering a specific view on the interaction.
The discussion raises questions about the definitions of honesty and transparency concerning leaders' communication with the public and the press.
It certainly did. And that's all the time we have for today's Daily News English podcast. We hope you enjoyed our discussion and, most importantly, learned some new English words and phrases.
We love having you with us every episode. Keep practicing your English whenever you can.
Please remember to like this episode, subscribe to our channel for more English lessons, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic.
Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye, everyone!